Good morning, students. In our previous video we have finished asexual reproduction and today we are going to start with sexual reproduction. Shall we start? Yes. Students, in my first video itself I have shown this picture and have given brief idea about sexual reproduction, right? So what is sexual reproduction? In sexual reproduction we have two parents. Unlike asexual reproduction, here we have two parents, female parent, male parent. Female parent produces female gametes called egg or ovum, right? Male parent produces male gametes called sperms. These two structures, male and female gametes, they fuse by a process called fertilization. So what is the fusion of male and female gametes called? Fertilization. After fertilization, the structure called zygote is formed. This zygote is unicellular and it undergoes rapid cell division and forms a structure called embryo, and finally this embryo develops into baby organism. So this is the general plan of sexual reproduction in most of the organisms. Now in sexual reproduction, the process of fertilization is of two types. That is internal fertilization and external fertilization. So what is internal fertilization? What did I say about fertilization? Fertilization means fusion of male and female gametes. So if this fusion of male and female gametes takes place inside the body of the female organism, that is female parent, then that kind of fertilization is called as internal fertilization. So male and female gametes, so ఫీమేల్ పేరెంట్ లోపల బాడీ లోపల ఫ్యూజ్ అయితే దాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే ఇంటర్నల్ ఫర్టిలైజేషన్ అంటారు. దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫర్టిలైజేషన్ ఈజ్ సీన్ ఇన్ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్స్, కౌస్, డాగ్స్ అండ్ హెన్స్ ఎక్సెట్రా. Got it? So this is about internal fertilization. Now external. What is external? Opposite to internal. So if the fertilization takes place outside the body, that is in the environment, then it is called as external fertilization. This is very common in aquatic organisms, that is the organisms which live in waters such as fishes, frogs, starfishes, etc. In these organisms, during reproductive season, the female organism, let us say if it is a frog, the female frog lays hundreds of eggs inside the water and the male frog releases thousands of sperms over the eggs. So these eggs and sperm, they meet inside the water and they form zygote inside the water. Then the zygote develops into embryo, from embryo the different developmental stages, and finally the baby organism comes out. So here what is happening? The fusion is taking place inside the water, not inside the body of the organism. So this is called as external fertilization. Even the case of test tube babies is an example for external fertilization. In case of test tube babies, the doctors collect ova from the female parent, sperms from the male parent, and conduct the process of fertilization inside the lab in a test tube. So the test tube babies are also examples for external fertilization. Got it? Hope you understood. This is about the types of fertilization. Now we shall study the process of sexual reproduction in human beings. For that we need to understand where the male and female gametes are produced inside humans, where they fuse to form zygote, and how this zygote later develops into the baby organism. So shall we start knowing these things? Yes. This is the longitudinal section of male reproductive system. Now, where are the male gametes, sperms produced here? To understand that, we need to know the parts of the male reproductive system. Let us see that. So, what are the parts? A pair of testes. So, where are the testes? These red color structures which are almond shaped, they are called as testes. So, two testes are present. Here one and here one. So, next is Vasodifferentia. So to know that, you need to understand the next part, that is a pair of epididymis. Where are these epididymis are present? These green color structures present over the testes on either side are called as epididymis. ఈ green color structures attach అయినాయో అవే epididymis అన్నమాట. So two epididymis are present. Now, where is vasa efferentia? Vasa efferentia are the tubular connections between the testis and epididymis. So, epididymis to testis, they are connected through vasa efferentia. So, for that, look this picture. This is the testis part and this is the epididymis. This pink color projection over here is the epididymis. So the testis and epididymis, they are connected by tubular connections called as vasa efferentia. Got it? So testis, vasa efferentia and a pair of epididymis. Next is a pair of vasa differentia. So what are these vasa differentia? Vasa differentia are the tubular structures that arise from epididymis on either side. See here, this is the vasa differentia. This is another vasa differentia. These vasa differentia then coil around the ureter. This is the ureter, and this is this balloon-like structure is the urinary bladder. These are the ureters. These vasa differentia, they coil around ureters and then join with the seminal vesicles. So what are the seminal vesicles here? These red color structures are seminal vesicles. Each seminal vesicle has a pipe-like structure called the duct of seminal vesicle. With that duct, the vasa differentia joins. So look this picture. This is the seminal vesicle and this is the duct of seminal vesicle. This is vasa differentia. This blue color structure is vasa differentia. This vasa differentia joins with the duct of seminal vesicle and then continues as ejaculatory duct. So seminal vesicle, this seminal vesicle, this red color structure is duct of seminal vesicle duct. Then vasa differentia vachi duct ki join avutundi. Join aina tarvata they both continue as a new duct called ejaculatory duct. So idemo vasa differentia. Then these are the seminal vesicles, a pair of seminal vesicles, then a pair of ejaculatory ducts. So it side okay, this side one ejaculatory duct and this side another ejaculatory duct. So two ejaculatory ducts are present. These two ducts, they continue. See here, this is one ejaculatory duct, this is another ejaculatory duct, and they continue as a long pipe called urethra. This long pipe is called as urethra. The urethra is also called as urinogenital duct in case of males because this is the common passage for urine as well as sperms. But in case of females, the urethra carries only urine, right? So in case of males, we call urethra as urinogenital duct. Urine as well as sperms pass through it, right? Now prostate gland. So where is this gland present? This heart-shaped structure is the prostate gland. This is not a double structure, this is single structure. So this is prostate gland. Next, a pair of Cowper's glands. So these Cowper's glands are here. The bulb-like structures on either side of this urethra is called as Cowper's gland. So this one is that. So these are the main parts of male reproductive system as given in textbook. Now two more parts which are important are penis and scrotum. So where is penis? Penis is this muscular structure. This is the muscular structure which is around the urinogenital duct. So this is the penis, right? Now scrotum. Scrotum is the bag-like structure which holds the testis. So where is this bag? You can't see it here, but look at this picture. This is the bag-like structure behind penis in which these two testes are placed, right? So this is about the parts. Now where exactly this male reproductive system is present? See students, up to here, up to this region, it is inside the lower abdomen. Lower abdomen means navel ki kinda unna region anta lower abdomen. So navel ante boddu kinda unna region lo up to here it is present. Then the remaining portion is hanging outside the body. Got it? Now we shall see the details of each part. So the first part is testis, right? So TES, testis, it is plural. TES, testis is singular. So how many testes are present? A pair of testes are present. And where they are present? They are present outside the body, inside a sac-like structure called scrotum. So this is the scrotum, the bag-like structure in which the testes are present. Now what is there inside the testes? So if for that you have to take LS. LS means longitudinal section. Niluga cut chesi chusnavante, you find several rooms inside the testes. So these are the rooms. The rooms are called as lobules. A lobules lo em unnai? Each lobule contains several small coiled tubes, and these small coiled tubes are called as seminiferous tubules. So testis lopala chala rooms laga untayi. Okokka room lo em untayi ante చిన్న చిన్న ట్యూబ్స్ ఉంటాయి, ట్యూబ్ లైక్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్, కాయిల్డ్ ట్యూబ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ ట్యూబ్స్ని ఏమంటారంటే సెమినిఫెరస్ ట్యూబ్యూల్స్ అంటారు. సో ఇన్సైడ్ దిస్ సెమినిఫెరస్ ట్యూబ్యూల్స్ స్పర్మ్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొడ్యూస్డ్. సో గాట్ ఇట్? వేర్ ఆర్ మేల్ gametes are produced? It is inside the seminiferous tubules. So inside seminiferous tubules we find, this is the transverse section of seminiferous tubule. ఒక్క ట్యూబ్ని నువ్వు ట్రాన్స్వర్స్ సెక్షన్ అంటే అడ్డంగా కట్ చేసి చూసినావు అంటే దాని లోపల ఏముంటుందంటే several cells, several types of cells are present. These are out of scope for your class, but know that there are several types of cells inside seminiferous tubules. These cells, by cell division, by repeated division, they produce sperms. So these are the sperms. So sperms are produced inside seminiferous tubules. How many sperms are produced? 200 to 300 million sperms are produced per day. Understood? So how these sperms are produced? Sperm production requires a hormone called testosterone. You studied this in 8th class itself. So under the influence of testosterone hormone, sperms are produced. Actually, this testosterone is also produced by the cells of testis itself. So some of the cells present in seminiferous tubules, they produce testosterone, and under the influence of testosterone, the sperms are produced. This is about testis, students. Now the next part is Vasodifferentia. So I told no, Vasodifferentia are the ducts that connect epididymis with the seminiferous tubules. So sperms produced inside seminiferous tubules are collected by these Vasodifferentia and are given to epididymis. Understood? So these are the common ducts into which sperms are released by seminiferous tubules. Now epididymis. Epididymis ante this part, this projected part, which is attached to testis itself. So ikkada enti ఏమవుతుంది ఇక్కడ? sperms from Vasodifferentia enter into epididymis and get stored for the time being inside here. Understood? So ఇక్కడ కలెక్ట్ అయిన స్పర్మ్స్ అంతా ఎపిడైడమిస్ లో వచ్చి స్టోర్ అవుతాయి అన్నమాట అంటిల్ ఎజాకులేషన్. అవి అవసరమైనంత వరకు అక్కడే స్టోర్ అయి ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. అండర్స్టూడ్? సో దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ఎపిడైడమిస్. నౌ it is Vasodifferentia. So Vasodifferentia are the tube-like structures that arise from epididymis. Epididymis nunchi arise ayyi, they ascend upwards and coil around ureters. పైకెళ్ళి యూరిటర్స్ చుట్టూ చుట్టుకొని then they join with the duct of seminal vesicle. So where they join with the duct of seminal vesicle. This is the seminal vesicle, this is the duct of seminal vesicle, and Vasodifferentia joins with the duct of seminal vesicle. Both the ducts, they form another common duct called ejaculatory duct. So sperms from epididymis enter into Vasodifferentia and then reaches the duct of seminal vesicle. Understood? Now seminal vesicle. So seminal vesicle, how many are there? 2 seminal vesicles are there. They are actually glands. Glands means secretory organs. They secrete certain substances which have some function. So ఈ seminal vesicles glands kabatti they secrete a fluid. ఏం ఫ్లూయిడ్ అది? ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as seminal fluid. దాని seminal fluid అంటారు. So when sperms reach this region, they are mixed with the fluid of seminal vesicles, that is seminal fluid. So now sperms are mixed with seminal fluid. Understood? So that is what happens here. Next, what is the role of this fluid? The fluid of seminal vesicles help in providing energy for the sperms when they are outside the body. Outside the body means when sperms come out through urethra and reaches the vagina of the female reproductive system, the sperms need energy because they are outside the body. They need energy to flow through the female reproductive system. So for that, the energy is provided by the seminal fluid. Understood the role? Yes. Now next is ejaculatory ducts, right? So where the ejaculatory ducts are present, two ejaculatory ducts are present on either side. So this side one, and ejaculatory ducts are the extensions of the seminal vesicle, the duct of seminal vesicle and Vasodifferentia. Right, Vasodifferentia, the duct of seminal vesicle, rendu join ayi emavutayi, they form a common duct called ejaculatory duct. So the two common ducts formed by Vasodifferentia and seminal vesicle on either side are called as ejaculatory ducts. Next is urethra. Urethra is this long pipe which passes through penis and opens to outside. So the two ejaculatory ducts which are bringing sperms with the fluid enters into the urethra and passes out. While passing through the urethra, the sperms collect two more fluids from two other glands called prostate gland and Cowper's glands. So the next part is prostate gland. So when sperms are passing through this region, there is a gland called prostate gland which is heart shaped and is present here. This gland secretes a fluid into urethra, and this fluid activates the sperms and also provides nutrition. So sperms ni activate chestundi as well as daniki nutrition kuda provide chestundi. So that is the role of the fluid of prostate gland. Now when the sperms are flowing at this region, the next part is Cowper's glands. So they are two in number, they are bulb-like and they secrete a fluid, and this fluid helps in lubricating and neutralizing the urethra. So this urethra region is acidic because urine also passes through this duct, and we know urine is acidic. Acidity kills the sperms. So Cowper's secretions, the fluid of Cowper's, neutralizes and also lubricates this urethra so that the sperms flow through urethra very easily and safely. Got it? So this is how the sperms that are produced in seminiferous tubules come out of penis. So sperms with the seminal fluid. Seminal fluid means the secretions of Cowper's, prostate and also seminal glands is called as a semen. Understood? So the male fluid that comes out during mating process is called as a semen, and that semen contains sperms as well as seminal fluid. So now you understood where sperms are produced, where they move before coming out of the body. If so, try to derive about the flow of sperms. So they are produced in seminiferous tubules. From seminiferous tubules, they enter into Vasodifferentia, then epididymis, then Vasodifferentia. From differentia, they enter into duct of seminal vesicle, then ejaculatory duct, then urethra, and they come out. Right? So I hope you understood everything in this topic. We have finished the male reproductive system, the production of sperms and flow of sperms. So in our next video, we are going to see the female reproductive system, production of ova, and then the development, childbirth, etc. Thank you, students.